Here we are, at the point where the river was crossed by the old bridge, the possession of which was the immediate object of the contest. On the hither side grow 2 or 3 elms, throwing a wide circumference of shade, but which must have been planted at some period within the 80 years and 10 that have passed since the battle day. On the farther shore, overhung by a clump of elder bushes, we discern the stone abutment of the bridge. Looking down into the river, I once discovered some heavy fragment of the timbers, all green with half a century's growth of water moss, for during that length of time, the tramp of horses and human footsteps have ceased along this ancient highway. The stream has here about the breadth of 20 strokes of a swimmer's arm, a space not too wide when the bullets were whistling across. Old people who dwell hereabouts will point out the very spots on the western bank where our countrymen fell down and died. And on this side of the river, an obelisk of granite has grown up from the soil that was fertilized with British blood. The monument, not more than 20 feet in height, is such as it befitted the inhabitants of a village to erect in illustration of a matter of local interest, rather than what was suitable to commemorate an epoch of national history. Still, by the fathers of the village this famous deed was done, and their descendants might rightfully claim the privilege of building a memorial. A humbler token of the fight, yet a more interesting one than the granite obelisk, may be seen close under the stone wall, which separates the battleground from the precincts of the parsonage. It is the grave, marked by a small moss-grown fragment of stone at the head and another at the foot. The grave of 2 British soldiers who were slain in the skirmish and have ever since slept peacefully where Zachariah Brown and Thomas Davis buried them. Soon was their warfare ended, a weary night march from Boston, a rattling volley of musketry across the river, and then these many years of rest. In the long procession of slain invaders who passed into eternity from the battlefields of the Revolution, these 2 nameless soldiers led the way.